Hello my dear students, I welcome you all in this session. I think in the last class we have already covered circles and terms related to the circle and we solved exercise 10.1 in detail. So proceeding from that point onwards, in this video we will see some of the concepts and after that we will solve exercise 10.2 in detail. So I think you might have seen the video and you have understood the concepts very well. So let's start. Here is 10.3 angle subtended by a chord at a point, right? What is angle? I think everyone is well aware of the angles and how to construct the angle is known to everyone, right? So angle subtended by a chord at a point. See, what is a chord? We have already discussed in the last class in detail. So this is a chord PQ. Suppose we are taking a point R, any point R on the circle. So if we join it, so angle is formed. So this angle PRQ, is the angle subtended by the chord PQ at point R. Is it clear to everyone? So what is the angle subtended by a chord at a point R is? Means angle PRQ is the angle subtended by a chord PQ at a point R. Is it clear to everyone? Okay. So if someone is telling about what is POQ, see, if someone is asking what is angle POQ, O is the center. O is what? O is the center, right? So you can say angle POQ is the angle subtended by chord PQ at center O, right? So what is POQ? POQ is the angle subtended by chord PQ at center O, right? Similarly, someone asks what is PRQ? See, this one is the PRQ. So you can say PRQ is the angle subtended by the chord PQ at point R in major segment, right? Because this is a major segment. That what is the major segment? We have already discussed in the last video. So what is angle PRQ? Angle PRQ is the angle subtended by this chord PQ at point R in major segment. Is it clear to everyone? Similarly, if someone asks what is angle PSQ? So angle PSQ is the angle subtended by chord PQ at point S in minor segment. What is that? Angle PSQ is the angle subtended by chord PQ at point S in minor segment. Is it clear to everyone? So I think the angle subtended by a chord at a point is clear to everyone. Can we go to the next point? So angle subtended by a chord at a point is we have already covered, right? So coming to the next point, see what it is given is, here we are dealing with a theorem. Theorem 10.1, it's a very important theorem. See what is the 10.1 theorem is. Equal chords of a circle subtend equal angles at the center. Means if the chords are equal, then they subtend equal angle at the center, right? So how can you prove it? You write theorem 10.1. Theorem 10.1. It's a very important theorem, and I think if you practice 2 or 3 times, then you can able to prove this theorem very well, right? So the statement of 10.1 is equal chords of a circle equal chords of a circle subtend equal angle at the center of circle, right? Means if the chords are equal, then the angle subtended by them at the center will also be equal. This we have to prove. This is very important theorem as well as a result, right? So how to prove it? This can be proved very easily. See, suppose this one is a circle, right? And we have two chords AB and CD. This is AB and CD. These are the two equal chords, right? Suppose O is the center of the circle. So angle AOB is the angle subtended by the chord AB at center O. Similarly, angle COD is the angle subtended by chord CD at center O, right? Then we have to prove that if AB is equal to CD, then angle AOB will be also equal to angle COD. What we have to prove? To prove angle AOB will also equal to angle COD, right? I think this is very easy. We have already seen these all in congruency chapter, right? Triangles congruency. So how to prove it? See, take these two triangles. You can take triangle AOB and triangle COD. What we have? AB is equal to CD. This is given. OB is equal to OC. These are the radius. So the plural of radius is radii. So radius of a circle is equal, right? So OB will be equal to OC. Similarly, you can write OA will also be equal to OD. These are also a radius of the circle, radii. So AB is equal to CD, this is given. OB equal to OC, these are the two radii, and AO equal to OD, this is also the two radii. Is it clear to everyone? So you can write. So here we can write triangle AOB must be congruent to triangle COD, and the congruency theorem will be, what is the congruency theorem? Side congruency, right? So if two triangles are congruent, then what we take the inference from these two, that if two triangles are equal, then their corresponding parts are also equal. Means what? Angle AOB will also be equal to angle COD by CPCT, and this is the result which we need to prove, right? So we have proved this result, angle AOB equal to angle COD, by using congruency. And by congruency, what we did? We written by CPCT. Is it clear to everyone? So theorem number 10.1 is very important. Here we have seen how to prove it. Try by your own 2 or 3 times, it will be easily proved. Did you get? Okay. So coming to the next. Theorem 10.1 we have already covered. So coming to the next. Okay. So now we have theorem 10.2. See, theorem 10.2 is, if the angles subtended by the chords of a circle at the center are equal, means if the angles are equal, then we have to prove the chords are also equal. Means what? This is the converse of theorem 10.1. So theorem 10.2 you also prove. This is also very easy. 10.2, here angles are equal, then we have to prove the chords will also be equal. See, this is AB, this is CD, this is CD, and this is point O. What is given is angle AOB is equal to angle COD. It is given, and what we have to prove is these two chords will also be equal, means AB will also be equal to CD. This we have to prove. I think you can prove it by using congruency. Can you do it? So let me to solve it. See, triangle AOB and other triangle is triangle COD. These two angles are equal. Angle AOB is equal to angle COD. This is given. AO is equal to OD. These are the two radii. And also we have OB is equal to OC. Same, these are the two radii. So we can write triangle AOB must be congruent to triangle COD. What is the congruency theorem? These are the two sides and here is the included angle. So side angle side congruency. So what inference, what result we can derive? So we can write AB must be equal to CD by CPCT. Right. This is the result which we need to prove. So AB equal to CD, which we have already proved. Right. So AB equal to CD, this is the result, this is the desired result which we have proved. Right. So exercise 10.2 we'll discuss in the next video. I hope all the points which we have discussed is clear to all of you. Please make the comments, and the next exercise we'll discuss in the next video. Keep watching. Thank you.